fresh, it's hot. NYSC TV and radio. Tune in to the NYSC TV and radio on channel 365 TSTV and 88.3 FM radio for all-round information and entertainment. The only station managed by graduate youths, brought to you from the Directorate Headquarters of the National Youth Service Corps. NYSC TV and radio, putting the nation first.
Hello, our dear listener and viewer on NYSC Radio 88.3 FM and NYSC Television Channel 365 on TSTV. You're welcome to another edition of your favorite program, Focus, a program that informs, educates, and entertains you with the policies and programs and developments in and around NYSC scheme and the youth in general. Today's topic is Youth in Technology for National Development. And I have two panelists here with me to do justice to the topic. We have from my far right, the Executive Secretary, NYSC Foundation, Barrister Bako Ventim. You're welcome to the program. Thank you. And sitting very close to me is Valerie Ehemage. She's the head of investment and consultancy services of Raw Material and Research Development Council. Madam, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. We normally ask our guests the first question, and that question is, did you serve? And if the answer is yes, how was your service and what are the memories you can remember of your service here? Ma, let me start with you.
Yes, I did serve. And it was a wonderful experience way back in the 90s where things were easier and laid back. We had fun in the camp. We met several people from different areas of the country. We made friends. We did some real hard military exercises,
Wow.
which was fun, and it's still the basis for my keeping fit till today, because from then I could not stop. I was addicted to exercising, which is one of the good things from NYSC. Then my primary assignment was Lagos State Government. That was in the 90s.
Before you go to the primary assignment, what are other activities in camp that really got your interest?
The parties. We were having parties. Yeah, we had parties in the camp. I thought camp was going to be so rigorous. But then, after the rigorous exercises, the evening, we hung around. That's why I said I made a lot of friends from different parts of the country. The food, we learned to cook together as a team, like party food. It was nice. It was a wonderful, cool experience. It was in Lagos State. And I can't just imagine some of the friends I made that I still kept till now that I made them in the camp. And how will I call them? The NYC people then. Wow.
Officials.
Of the officials, they were. In fact, I don't know, I think they were just our godparents.
Whoa.
The way they took care of us.
It was more like home,
It
away
was-
from home.
It was something like that.
Yes.
They were so nice, well behaved, security conscious. I mean, camp in the 90s, I'm sure my colleagues that were in the 90s with us in the camp will tell you that it was a wow cafe.
It was in Lagos?
Yes.
Okay. So what about the primary assignment?
Lagos, I was posted to Lagos State Government because I'm from Edo State.
Okay.
Yes. And I schooled in University of Calabar, so I was posted to Lagos State Government to work. And the way they treated us then, I think that's how these young ones are being treated now.
Yes.
Like staff. Everything was open to us. They taught us, they took us around, they took us through the work. I think that was when I developed the passion to serve Nigeria.
Okay.
And since then, I had to work for my government. That's why I'm still in service today. They showed us the passion to serve. They taught us that there's reward in working for government. And there were some even hidden perquisites. They said they will give you a house, you travel, and it was true. As a copper, we went around the whole of Lagos State, all the local government areas, and the council area, when we go around the government, the governors mostly, the governor in charge then was a military governor then. That was the governor. So it was quite a wonderful experience and a learning experience too. So I thank NYC for that. The passion to serve my country was given to me that early in life, and I'm still in service now.
Wow. Some people say it's the ladies that enjoy camp more, but I don't know what Barrister Bako would say about that.
Well, thank you, Eze. Yes, I served.
Where?
In Abuja here. It was a wonderful experience as well. Had good moment with friends and the officials of camp. It was a moment that we were much younger, so you could expect the energy coming from us, the exuberance in some activities, and then the anxiety to participate in the military drills, because of course you wanted to show yourself as a man as well. So nobody could see you as a lazy young man. So we were always looking forward to the military drills, and we had a wonderful working relationship with even the military personnel that were drafted to the camp. And as you always know, and the general perception, Abuja camp is always regarded as grade 1 camp. So we had the best of care from the FCT administration as well as the NYSC officials. And particular interesting thing about my service here was, I think there was a time constraint, so the orientation period was crashed. So for us it was an opportunity to have more of the allowances coming quickly on camp.
Okay.
So we were having virtually like every after 3 days or 4 days allowances that were coming to us, and then we were always enjoying the Mami market, particularly me and my friend.
Most times they call those kind of core members Otondo.
Me and my friend Sama Bashir, classmate, a good friend, we served together, and then we had good moments in Abuja camp. It was a wonderful experience indeed. It was a wonderful experience. The parade drills, the man-o-war drills, and it gave us the opportunity to bond with our colleagues from other parts of the country. You get to network, you get to socialize, and then you appreciate the diversity of this country. So it was a wonderful experience.
What about your place of primary assignment?
I had my primary assignment with Nigeria Mobile Telecommunications, and it was a defining moment for me in my career path. And the interesting thing about my primary assignment with MTEL, I was the first copper to be retained. I was the first copper to be retained.
Wow, that's history
Yeah,
made.
yes. They were not taking coppers, even they do, maybe just short time, but I was the first copper to be retained in NEMTA in 2001. So that was a defining moment, and it was a wonderful experience. I grew my career in telecoms for about 15 years with them before eventually I left. So it was a wonderful experience, and NYSC offered that opportunity and the platform to have that career path.
Well, that's many thanks to NYSC.
Oh, yes.
And now you are no longer a core member. You are the executive secretary of NYSC Foundation. Tell us about your foundation and the mandate of your foundation.
Well, thank you very much. NYSC Foundation basically came into existence as far back as 1999. And the driving idea behind the establishment of the NYSC Foundation is the core members that had served and left in collaboration with the management of the NYSC scheme felt there was a need to have a body that will promote the activities of the scheme, as well as the core members who have served after their service. So it galvanizes the efforts of both the ex-core members and the serving core members, as well as serving as a platform to network with the NYSC scheme. So our mandate covers a range of activities. One, mobilizing resources, human and material resources, to support the ideals of the NYSC scheme. That is where we come in providing a number of intervention projects to the NYSC scheme in various orientation camps. We do we provide activities to the core members directly themselves, aspects like the soft loan grant that we give them for startup capitals, because after going through the orientation and the skills acquisition training, capacity training on CAM, you come out accessing funding to startup capitals becomes a challenge. So we come in handy as a foundation to serve as a stopgap and then give them access to funding in a manner that doesn't become burdensome for them. So we do that. Besides that, part of our mandate, we promote the ideals of national unity and integration, which primarily the NYSC scheme was set up for the purpose of national unity and integration. So as strategic partners to the NYSC scheme, that too is part of our core mandate. So in a nutshell, our mandate is driven primarily to support the activities of the NYSC scheme as strategic partners, and then secondly, giving the opportunity to the core members to access a number of opportunities that are out there. So we serve as a buffer between the private sector and then the organized scheme for the core members to have opportunities that will expose them to harness their potentials. It is part of that harnessing of that relationship that we're collaborating with the Raw Materials Research and Development Council, and that's where we're here today. Thank you.
Yeah, you said something about strategic partnership with NYSC. Is NYSC Foundation an appendage of NYSC scheme? To what extent is your relation? Is it that you're part of the administration of NYSC, or you're a different body entirely?
NYSC Foundation is a legal body. It's independent as a corporate organization, but by virtue of its strategic mandate and relationship, we have handshake from time to time with the NYSC scheme. So in terms of establishment status and corporate status, the NYSC Foundation is a distinct corporate body as well as the NYSC scheme. However, our activities and our mandates are coterminous in a manner that there is a thin line between the activities of the NYSC. NYSC deals with serving, and then it is expected that after the training and the program, there is a handshake between the scheme and then the foundation. So you hand over the core members to us after going through all the drills of site training, other activities, and then we expose them to the opportunities that answers the question after the service year, what next?
Wow, that's good.
That's good. What about you? After service, you're now in Raw Material and Research Development Council.
Yes.
What is the mandate of this organization, and what is it all about?
Thank you very much. Raw Material Research and Development Council is a parastatal under the Federal Ministry of Science and Technology and Innovation right now. The name has been upgraded by the President, which was a very good intervention. Now, raw material was established in 1987, but we began operation in 1988 in Lagos. Moved to Abuja in 95. We have our corporate headquarters here in Abuja, and we operate from the 36 states. We have offices in the 36 states and FCT, apart from our headquarters here. Our mandate, to put it summarily, is just to promote the development and optimal utilization of the vast natural resources that are abundant in this country, which are still in their raw form. So we do this with a number of programs. We intervene in so many areas of the private sector, especially the industries. Industrialization is our focal point to contribute to national development and growth. So raw material has been in establishment since over 30 years now, and I can tell you that we've done tremendously well in the economy by working closely with Manufacturing Association of Nigeria, which is the umbrella body for the industrialists. We work with SMEs, MSMEs, even the high-level corporations to work with them to address their raw material need, in that those ones that are being imported, which takes a large chunk of our foreign exchange earning, and we have this substitute in abundance. So how do we add value to it? And it's one of the reasons why we are working with NYC Foundation to assist the corper in entrepreneurship development. Now, we believe that entrepreneurship is learnable and teachable.
Yes.
So when we catch them young, like he said, after NYC, what next? We're here for you. We show you the way. The value chains of all our raw material, agro and mineral raw material, are available for you. The value chain are vast. You choose which one you want to belong to, which one you want to start up in, and then you follow it up. We are here for you, the coppers, so no need to ask what next. Just go to our website, rmrdc.gov.ng. You will get more details for what you want.
Yeah, you said your organization has been around for like 30 years or so.
Yes.
Are there, in specific terms, what you've been able to achieve in line with your mandate? Are there things you've been able, like, Nigeria is a country that is well blessed with mineral resources. To what extent have we been able to develop those resources for the international market especially?
Oh, wow. Yes. Over the years, raw materials have collaborated with both local and international desks on raw material development promotion. We work with the Ministry of Finance to delete some raw material that have been imported that we in the council have researched into, and we are promoting the value chain, saying that this kind of raw material are abundant here. Sorghum is here. Juice concentrate that they import, they import juice in those days. So with us working with Federal Ministry of Finance, we give them the data, location, number, size, availability, usability of this same raw material, and they strike it off the import list so that you cannot import it. And now even Executive 5, number 5, has mandated raw material to certify the local content in majority of all these imported goods. So if you want to import what we have in abundance, raw material will not issue a certificate. There will be an objection from us, and the Ministry of Finance will obey it. So we have worked in developing policies to encourage the local industry, the manufacturing industry. If we go further, you will see why we are collaborating with NYC Foundation on this scheme of process design, is to encourage local technology development to replace the unattainable, expensive ones, to develop our own local way of processing our own local raw material, and it will add that to become cost effective. So raw material has done a lot in the past 30 years. If I start, we won't go today. So is it in the technology aspect? Is it in the entrepreneurship aspect? Is it in the collaboration, like you said, with international organizations that we're affiliated with? We have a division in raw material that attends to that alone. So internationally, even the exhibition we attend internationally, we take all our research finding there to get external investors, which we have gotten in numbers for this country. There is record of that. So we thank the federal government for that.
Wow, it means that the youths will have a lot on their hands with this kind of a collaboration. Dear viewer, you're still tuned to Focus on NYSC TV and NYSC Radio. We will be right back.
It's new, it's fresh, it's hot. NYSC TV and Radio. Tune in to the NYSC TV and Radio on channel 365 TSTV and 88.3 FM radio for all-round information and entertainment. The only station managed by graduate youths, brought to you from the Directorate Headquarters of the National Youth Service Corps. NYSC TV and Radio, putting the nation first.
Dear viewer and listener, it's nice to know that you're still there on this program, Focus. And we still have the Executive Secretary of NYSC Foundation, Barrister Bako Ventim, he's here with us. And we also have from Raw Materials and the Research Development Council, we have Valerie. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah. The topic for today's program is Youth in Technology for National Development. Who do you feel is a youth? Who is a youth? Man, let me start with you. Who is a youth?
As a mother, I know.
You know, some people say they are youth at heart.
Yes, we are.
Okay.
You should be a youth at heart, all of us.
Okay.
But the national policy for youth for Nigeria defines youth, the ages of youth between the ages of 18 and 29.
Okay.
While United Nations say is 18 to 39, I think. But me as a mother, the youth, you know, they've been so active and, like Barrister Bako said, very energetic. We are energetic in those days. So if you find yourself in your 50s and you are still energetic, please consider yourself a youth. But actually in Nigeria, to be serious, on a serious note, it's between 18 and 29. Maybe that's why NYC gives them exemption at 30. That's what the national policy says. That is the federal government stand, between 18 and 29.
Barrister, do you share the same view with her?
Yes, I share the same view with her, but just to add and then provide further understanding on the definition of the concept of the youth. Like she rightly said, the Nigerian policy on youth until 2019,
Yes.
that's the latest.
Yes.
2019 policy defined the youth as a citizen within the age of 18 and 29. But the African Charter on Youth, on the other hand, defines the youth as from the ages of 18 to 35. That's the African Charter on youth. But generally speaking, and the concept here, they say age is just but a number.
Yes.
I thought it's only for ladies.
It applies to everybody now. Because those who are in service are running away from age. Public or civil service. So it applies to everybody. And then looking at the demography of Nigeria today, the bulk of the population in Nigeria is more of the youthful population. And I think we have that advantage of having the most populated number of youths in Africa, as it is Nigeria now. So it's a double-edged sword. It's an advantage to a large extent, and then at the same time, if it is not managed properly, it becomes a liability. That is why Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, former president, defines the youths, or describes the youths as the future and the hope of Nigeria, and you need to manage them very well in a manner that they will guarantee growth and development. So all the agencies, if you go through the number of policies that the Federal Ministry of Youth Development and Sports have been churning out, you will see that there are a number of interventions that relate or try to address the concerns of the youthful population of Nigeria. It's because there is no end to the opportunities that you need to keep creating for them. And I'm happy the kind of collaboration we're having with Raw Materials and Development Research Council. And let me place it on record as well that they have been one of our very good strategic partners. This is not just one of the collaboration we're doing with them. We've been enjoying over the years, even with the previous Director General and the current Director General, consolidating on that relationship. So we sincerely, Raw Materials has been one of the key pillars that have tried to project and create opportunities for the youthful population of this country. So,
yeah, it's often said that youths are the leaders of tomorrow, and you said something about youths being either liability or asset. Don't you think there are things we need to put on ground to make youths become assets instead of becoming liabilities?
yes, certainly.
And since they are the leaders of tomorrow, they should also be part of building the tomorrow that we desire.
Certainly, the youth of it should be considered as an asset, which every concerned individual or corporate organization should take a keen interest on. How do we harness the potentials of the youthful population of this country? And sincerely speaking, of course, because the youth by nature is energetic, is enthusiastic, and he's promising and always forward-looking. So how do you tap those qualities in him and put it to use in a manner that you will get effective results? So like I mentioned, the number of interventions that government are bringing out. But those of us who are private sector driven and corporate organizations like Raw Materials Research Council, which have as part of their mandate, because if you look at the raw material mandate, they have a policy that deals with NYSC scheme on promotion of intellectual property.
Okay.
So we are doing our own part as NYSC Foundation to address a part of that concern, that you can turn this population into an asset so that they don't fall into wrong hands. And that's where opportunities like the collaboration we're doing to promote research and innovations on raw materials within their catchment areas that can address certain challenges within your primary constituency. Because let me give you an example. I come from a agrarian community. So assuming I have a copper in my community, what is expected by this project is you look at the opportunities that are there. What kind of innovation can I come up with that can address some of the agricultural products or produce that are coming out from that community? If I have groundnut, how can I reduce the manual way of producing this groundnut, processing as well, and giving it a value chain that will be good for commercial use? If I have cocoa, assuming I'm from the other side of the country and I'm a copper there, how can I come up with an innovation that will help the farmer in reducing the man-hour and giving value to his farm produce, where the other value chain will come in to give it the commercial value. So these are the opportunities that we are looking at, and we want to sensitize the core members to take advantage of it and see how they can key into it.
Okay. Since the youth are seen as the leaders of tomorrow, are there policies your organization is bringing out specifically targeting the youth, maybe in terms of capacity building, in terms of assisting their innovation, so that they will give out their maximum in building the tomorrow we all want?
Yes, thank you. In raw material right now, for the past few years, my DG, Professor Hussein Ibrahim, has been such a forward-looking, entrepreneurship inclined DG. He has brought so many innovations targeted at that demographic, the youth. Because part of what he believes into is that they are the leaders of tomorrow, and you can start leading by showing them the way today. So there's a specially dedicated desk for women and youth. Right now, in raw material, we have for every year since he's been DG, we've had almost 200 coppers we take in our states, in the state offices and headquarters. And we do have capacity building program for them in all the agro raw material value chain we have developed. We have sensitization workshop for them, hands-on training for them, being their areas of specialization, and this is one of them, the engineering, one among them, to tap into their, this age, this is the digital age, and these youths are the digital natives, let me call it like that. They were exposed early to technology. So we try to leverage on that to train them. They are engineers. We have in our technology development department a process for engineering design for process technologies. And those are what we are trying to expose them to. And then the one that are the social inclined people, my department, investment and consultancy services, we have the entrepreneurship development division with us. We have other divisions that caters to the area of specialization of these coppers. There's even one emerging entrepreneurship cooperative society that caters to you too. Every year we work with them, and majority of the audience are the coppers from all over Nigeria. In our state, the 36 state offices we have a policy. The coordinator must go to the camp, expose them to the raw material research and development ideologies, bring them in batches to the offices. We have our resource centers there, expose them to it. In so doing, some of them have started little entrepreneurship projects side by side with what they're doing. This competition now, we expose them further, and we are willing to tap from their knowledge so that let them be innovative. They're ICT already inclined. let them use it to develop the processed equipment that will make egusi better, coconut oil, cocoa butter, you know, getting secondary product out of them instead of looking outside to China, USA for those little blenders to use. So we do have policy for them, and we have program for them, and we even have some startup pack for them to start off with.
Yeah, Barrister, how do you think the youth can leverage on technology to drive national development in practical terms?
Well, in practical terms, like Madam Valeria said, we're in a digital age, and virtually there's nothing you can do without technology as it is today, because it gives you access to basic information, opportunities, networking, and a number of information that you need is on the social web. So leveraging on technology is the main thing for any copper that wants to make an impact, that wants to define a career path for himself, or that wants to move to the next level in terms of the knowledge, the capacity he has acquired through his service here. You must find a synergy with the knowledge you have acquired, and then you tap into the ICT world to see how you drive the skills and your entrepreneurial drive that you've acquired over the years or over the period of your service. Because your product is e-commerce. Whatever you develop or the innovation you come up with, you have to market it. You have to find a platform where you put your products out there. Technology affords you that opportunity. Technology affords you the opportunity to even get financing for your ideas. Technology affords you the opportunity to learn a lot of things on a comparative basis. So certainly any copper or any youth in general term that is not getting himself acquainted or learning ICT, I think he has a long way to go, and he needs to quickly get himself organized and have the basic knowledge and the basic skills on how to use the ICT platform.
Talking about basic skills and basic knowledge, in 2012, NYSC commenced a program tagged Skills Acquisition and Entrepreneurship Development to assist core members learn a skill. Yeah. To what extent do you think this will assist the youth to use technology for nation building?
Well, there's no nation can grow without technology, and that is why the concept, because there's homegrown technology, okay, and then there is the foreign within the context of transfer of technology. So what we're trying to do with the core members now is homegrown technology, where their capacity and their skills are domesticated to areas of our comparative advantage. Where you take it to the next level, you'll be looking at the concept of transfer of technology. So under the Site Skills Acquisition Training Program, I want to commend NYSC for introducing that novel program, because under it you have the Skills Acquisition Division as well as the entrepreneurial aspect of it. So when you acquire the skill, there's another handshake that helps you to promote, and that is where the entrepreneur, and that is where people like Madam Valerie comes in with their investment drive and the opportunity that they create. So technology under the side skills, it enhances your capacity to improve on your area of competence or your area of business interest. Because even in agro-allied agriculture, technology comes in handy. In art and photography, you need technology. ICT, what we just talked about. There's no aspect of the skills that you learn under the SAID scheme that will not have a component of the ICT knowledge. So whichever aspect that you find yourself under the SAID training program, you will still need the knowledge of ICT to drive that. So ICT and then the SAID program works hand in hand, and it's a very important program under the NYSC scheme. And it will interest you to know that as a policy framework in NYSC Foundation, you don't access our grants, our soft loan grants, if you have not passed through the SAID training program.
Okay.
So it's a new policy program now. You must have gone through the SAID training program.
It's a prerequisite.
It's a prerequisite, and you have your certificate. Because what we realized, those who benefited from our previous loans, there were issues in terms of the capacity to apply the loans as expected. And then we found out that there was a gap in terms of the training. So we now have a very good handshake with NYSC, the SAID department, where you must go through the SAID training program, submit your certificate to us before we can even consider you for our grant.
Okay. All right, Ma. Raw Material and Research Development Council is collaborating with NYSC Foundation to organize a process, equipment design, commercialization, and entrepreneurship competition for core members.
Yeah.
What is the philosophy behind this collaboration?
Thank you. The overriding philosophy is social good. That is what private and public institutions are set up to solve, social good. It fuels innovation. We believe that. That's why we are collaborating with them. Innovation. And part of science technology is now innovation, the ministry. The federal government under President Muhammad Buhari has placed so much emphasis on innovation to solve most of our problems. And there are these frontier technologies, as we know, that are fueling economies and development all over the world. We are talking of advanced materials, which raw material we are into that too. We're talking of robotics. We're talking of
robotics.
No, I'm not saying we are into it.
Okay.
I'm talking about the frontiers technologies.
Okay.
That ICT skill that they must have. They
We'll
must go and
expose them
acquire. Yes, they must go and learn that. We're talking of advanced materials.
Okay.
We are talking of digitization and automation process, which is all technology, which raw material is looking into. And that's why we are coming out with this competition to see how our children are doing. And when I mean children, the corpus right now, how they are doing in terms of all these frontier technologies, how we can tap into it, what level are they in this as digitized natives, because they are exposed to technology early in life from even nursery school. So we want to see then how far we can take them. The collaboration will save us a lot of money because they have a structure on ground, you have a structure on ground. We tap into it, the three of us tap into it to reduce spending on resources. And at the same time, we share knowledge, which is very important. So we don't walk at crossroads. We come to the table, this is what raw material is doing, this is what NYSC is doing, and this is what we're doing, and it's targeted at this demography. So we share knowledge. The children, the corpers themselves, they learn from the entrepreneurship skills we are going to impact on them. We have an ICT department, mind you, and all what I reeled out, they will be trained on it. We've attached a reward system because part of our mandate grants us the ability to look into the society and see which research we can attach grants to. So the people, the corpers that are serious, what we're giving is millions. They are serious, they bring out their innovation during this competition. It serves the public good. You don't know, Vitafoam, Julius Berger, these chocolate companies, Nestle, they can pick your design.
Yes.
There's a 17-year-old boy that has been offered a job in Italy because he developed one certain process technology that they found interesting, which we in Nigeria has not even noticed, and they there. So that's why we're trying to expose them, bring them to the world platform too.
Okay, Barrister,
Yes.
this competition, what is it all about? What are you looking out for?
What we're looking out for, one, where we promote innovation, invention among our core members. We're looking out to achieve the youth driving the industrial revolution of this country. We're looking out to achieving the youth being put into proper use in terms of the assets, the energy, the energetic potentials of the Nigerian youth. We're trying to create a platform and give them an opportunity where that each bracket can take advantage of it and bring out something good. And just like I said in my earlier remarks, that the population, if you don't put them into effective use, they can derail. So part of the opportunity we're bringing on the table and what we want to achieve is to engage them properly, to tax their brain,
Yes.
their knowledge, their skills, to create competition among them, healthy competition,
Of course.
and then their service here to be a memorable one, and then to give them opportunity to excel in life.
Yes.
Because like Madam rightly said, if you come up with an innovation that passes through all the parameters and eventually you are unveiled as a grand winner, first, second, or whatever, that will give you the opportunity to access a number of opportunities out there.
To give you a platform.
It will give you a platform. Just like those who are in the entertainment industry,
Yeah.
they go to Big Brother, it gives them an opportunity, even if they don't win, because of the social platform and the followership. It gives you a platform where you now get into the entertainment industry, which is a very big industry now in Nigeria. So we're bringing this one, it's engineering.
It is on the technological
Technology, yes. So they should key into it. It shouldn't be only about Big Brother Nigeria, Big Brother Africa. Now there is something bigger than Big Brother,
Of course.
which is technology driven, and the concept of youth being leaders of tomorrow should start from here in terms of tasking your knowledge and your intellect to put it into practical use. So we expect that the current batch of core members who are serving will take advantage of this opportunity and then start their research work, come up with their concept notes or programs in line with the project that we have at hand, so that they will make their submissions and then they will go through the process.
I
Sorry,
would
if
want.
I
Okay.
may add.
Okay.
Sorry. Let's focus not only on the equipment design. You can see there's commercialization there,
That is it.
and there's entrepreneurship development. So the non-science graduates will not say that it's not for them, it's too technical. It's in three phases.
Yeah.
So which one can you key into? We have so many research findings on the shelf. You can visit our offices in the 36 states or our website, pick up one of them and design a commercial process for it that might be taken up. Here we're talking of entrepreneurship development, which Said is all about also. So you see how you can marry both of them. raw material has an entrepreneurship desk. Now it's even going to be upgraded to, let me keep that one aside, because yes, entrepreneurship is focal point of our raw material research and development. How do we take it to the market? How do you as a corper come out and stop looking for white collar job that is non-existent? Like I said, if this had happened in our time, I don't think I'll be seated here. Maybe I'll be one of the top 5 big companies in Nigeria. Because if you start, what you're starting early in life, if I can get to this level of head of department after almost graduating 30 years ago, imagine where you will be if you start today and in 30 years time, where your entrepreneur. Yes. And now there's so many government agencies supporting exports, even development of ingrown products to be sold here. Unlike in our time, governments have been so sensitive to entrepreneurship because they know that's what's driving economies all over the world. It's not all of us sitting in the office. So the kind of backup system that these youths have was not available to us.
Yes.
I won't be here. I won't be doing a 9-to-5 job. I'll have my own company because NYC is supporting me, raw material is supporting me, Export Promotion Council is supporting me, zone. So many.
Free zones.
There's so many, and they are so ICT inclined. All you have to do, go to the website. I want to start exporting cocoa as chocolate or make chocolate. Just Google it. In Nigeria, you will have from A to Z. Inland Revenue is there to give you tax waivers. What this generation have now, I can't imagine it. Imagine if we have to do research, we go to the library, you climb the staircase, you climb ladder, bring this document, and check which government agency. Now it's a one-stop shop.
Yes.
Come to raw materials, from raw to final product. It's one-stop shop at the click of a button. So this generation has no business trying to wear tie and suit like me and you now. I wish I was born in this generation. This is the digital natives. I so envy them. So your life is so easy. We are making it easier for you. Start something small, and in 10, 20 years, where you'll be. Where did Zuckerberg start from? Inside his bedroom. Okay, I'm going to do Facebook. Now there's no youth that is not on Facebook.
Yes.
It's $1 billion Twitter, just to be chichi. So this generation should leverage on their ICT skill to start their own businesses. But let it be, because Nigeria is so blessed with raw material that we are still scratching the ground. And what I heard, what is in the cloud is more than what is in the ground.
Wow.
You know, cloud technology now.
Yeah. Okay.
So don't say after NYC, what next? Plenty next, yo. If I were to be in this age, I am telling this youth, I won't be here. Start something now, you will be big. Please.
All right. I would want to ask why core members?
Oh.
Yes.
Is a question for me?
Yes.
Core member, we've already defined youth.
Yes.
And we said that it's between age of 18 and 29. That is the demography we are talking about. And to catch the highly educated, technology savvy, active, energetic,
Highly mobile.
very highly mobile.
Yeah.
Government put this platform for them. NYC is there. Why not NYC? Why not, if not, start with this demography? This is where you catch them young. They are already, they are still in the raw form. So you can mold them easily.
Yes.
And that is why I'm grateful to your NYC TV and radio that is targeted mainly at them too.
Yes.
So I will have asked you why them? Because you know what is inherent in them, the untapped potential in them, the leaders of tomorrow. Though some of them have started leading today.
Okay.
Abdul Rashid
Yes.
is old and is head of EFCC and is doing wonderful well.
Yes.
Yahya Bello is governor and doing wonderfully well.
The owners of Paystack.
Yes, most of
Yes.
all these things were developed by them.
Okay.
So they have the potential, and we want to start molding them. Because, to digress, my first degree was in linguistics then. We have a saying that the school of thought that said that we are born with an empty
Tabula
plate.
rasa.
Yes. And then when you load all this ABC, you see where we are today. So why not NYC that has already built them to a certain stage, and they are the demography we're looking for spread across the nation. Like raw material, we are already reaching out to that demography through your portal, because they are from all the states of the Federation. And like I said, we are in all the states of the Federation. So your NYC serving in Imo State just goes to our office in Imo State. If he doesn't want to, he wants a physical, at times people like Yoruba will say, Ojulora now for face to talk thing. They'll just go to our offices there. But if not, our website is there. So we are using NYC as a reach out station to this demography. And we're grateful to the NYC for this opportunity to talk to them through this.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Looking at the competition, what are the timelines? What will happen at what point in time? How will the core members enlist into the competition? Okay. So it's for you.
Okay. In defining or working out the framework with raw materials, we expect that the first entries should close within 6 months, because the service periods of the coppers are 9 to 12 months.
Yes.
Yeah. So we take the first entry, because we're going to be taking them in batches. So the next 6 months, starting with this batch, we expect that the first entries would have come in, where assessment and evaluation of the entry will be done by a group of judges, because we're going to set up a panel of judges cutting across from different professional bodies.
I was going to ask you, how will the judges do their work?
No, because we don't need to disclose those details because of the integrity nature of their job. So, but the assurances any copper will have is that your assessment will be done based on its merit, because we're going to have quality judges with impeccable character and integrity, cutting across all the diversities of this country, because we know the NYC platform is a diverse platform. So
it's basically core members should come with their innovations.
Yes.
And then it will be looked at, juxtaposing it with other innovations from other people.
Other people, and I think my director here will speak more on that concept.
Okay, go ahead.
In terms of the assessment and evaluation.
The timeline starts from when they are in the camp right now.
Okay.
Let them access the website. We will put all the requirements
What's
there
the
for
website?
rmrdc.gov.ng. Let them just type Raw Material Research and Development Council.
So when they type, what next do they do?
They'll see it on the platform.
Okay.
NYC Foundation too will have it. It will be on your platform too when we're ready. This is just a form of sensitization for them. We'll still go around the camps to talk to them. They will look at existing technologies.
Okay.
Either imported technology, we're looking at reverse engineering here. We'll look at existing technology and how they can adapt it for Nigeria products, raw materials.
Okay.
Yes, let them go on our website. Let them learn what is raw material all about. What are they doing? From there, they'll tap into what they can do. The commercialization aspect, I've explained it earlier. They should just look for one or two things, how to commercialize it. We are there with NOTAP to do patents for them in whatever they do. Then the entrepreneurship, even the cotton, we work with all the sectors of Manufacturing Association of Nigeria. They have the steel, they have the cotton, they have the food and beverage, they have the tobacco, they have, go into their website to tap into it. But the most important thing is that they must visit our website or our offices to pick up their forms. And that is when the attach will be there. And that is in the next 1 month, because they are in the camp right now. We are just doing come and hear.
What about core members who have left camp? The serving core members, are they not part of it?
Serving core
They
members,
can apply.
They can apply.
They can.
Okay.
It's just a way of the youth to tap into what governments have put in place. If they keep on staying on social media, they ain't going to make it. They ain't going to get where they want to go. It's not going to prosper them. Tap into government websites that is relevant to what you want to do with your life. and you will see all what is available for you. Do you want to export? Do you want to be a farmer? Do you want to be a seller of the product? Do you want to design for us the process? You can even sell it internationally. Someone invented blender that we used to, in those days our parents, we used the manual one.
Yeah.
But now see, even there's even what they call this small blender. If you see the array of innovative blender in the
All the
market
juice
for juice
extractors,
blender,
all the
even
juice
the pepper,
extractors, all
even
the
to
other things.
do a small
Everything.
garlic that you will be there scratching your hand. So they should sit down and leave social media. Social media is for relaxation. Like me now, when I get home maybe around 11, I can say, okay, what's happening on Twitter, what's happening on Facebook. But for now, let them face, because while we are looking at them in camp, you know, we all went to camp, we told you that it was fun. It was fun, let's not lie.
Yeah.
But now we are trying to tell you that life is not all about fun. Life starts, because they used to say, now your suffering continues. No, we are saying, now your life begins.
Begins, yes.
Your work life is in camp. We want to catch you, so to distract you from all the fun side. Could you ask us what we're doing there? We cook, we dance, we party. But now Nigeria has moved to the next level. NYSC has moved to the next level. From camp, start thinking what you're going to do with your life. Not that you come out and be carrying a CV up and down. Nobody looks at CV again. And CV will not give you money. But now sit, go to our website, Raw Material Research and Development Council. Just Google it. It will bring the website for you. rmrdc.gov.ng. Nigerian Export Promotion Council. Federal Ministry of Agri. Just look, what are you doing in your life? What do you want to do? What do you have passion for? Then write it and Google will bring it, and government agencies supporting that your passion will pop up. So for now, we are sensitizing them. They must go to our website, they must go to NYSC Foundation website and keep on visiting it daily.
So what's the NYSC Foundation website?
www.nyscfoundation.org.ng.
Okay. Do you hope to extend this collaboration to other agencies, maybe private or public agencies, to partner with you guys in ensuring that this program does not end?
Oh yes, very well. Because we're just starting this collaboration with them, with Raw Materials on this project, and we expect that to extend it and make it an annual program where other organizations too can key in that have similar mandates with the Raw Material Research and Development Council to partner with us. Today we're doing on engineering, innovations and commercialization with entrepreneurship, and then we can have another aspect or another leg of the collaboration with agencies that deal with the other value chains of such innovative ideas. So we expect corporate organizations, high-net individuals, development partners to come on board with us. And like I said earlier in my explanation of our mandate, we serve as a buffer between the private sector, the government agencies, and well, to create opportunities for the NYSC core members and to support the mandate of the NYSC scheme. So we expect that this collaboration that we've started with Raw Materials will extend it to other organizations. And we have written out to other organizations, and we expect positive response on the areas of collaboration we're looking at with them.
Okay, what happens after the competition with all these technologies on ground when a winner emerges? Is that the end of it?
No, that will not be the end of it. Madam will speak more, but let me say something. One, the winner will be incentivized. He has a cash prize, and that cash prize is being funded by Raw Materials and Development Council. We're very gracious to the DG and the management of the council for making that budgetary provision for this project. The first winner will have 500,000.
Wow.
Second will be
We've increased it.
Oh, wow.
What's the latest one?
What's the you see?
Let's keep it under about, like I told you earlier, I would say that it's in the millions.
It's a millions.
It's a millions,
Wow.
and it's attached. It's a grant.
It's a grant.
It's not. We're not dashing you. Say just go on. You
not
remember when
there.
somebody was tying pure water from tap?
Yes.
Somebody invented the process technology
Of sachet water.
So that is what we are aiming at. What innovation you bring is going to be like a startup. We give you the grant, you start it, you establish the business, we register with patents and everything. You must have a venture. That's where the entrepreneurship aspect comes in. So don't think you're coming to collect 1.5 million or 2 million from raw material. If your innovation sells, once you patent it, you can even sell it. So it's a big competition. I just don't want them to focus on the money. The money is not cash price. It's a grant to start you up a business.
Okay.
And we will follow every stage because we have all the professionals in Raw Material Research and Development Council, every department that will follow you up and make you a superstar. So I like you compare it to Big Brother.
Yes.
You're going to be a superstar, but a technocrat superstar.
Wow.
And to be a leader, to show to your peers and colleagues that Nigeria works. It works. So let Nigeria good aspect happen to you is what Raw Material is projecting right now. We're keeping the price on that chart.
Yes. Thank you very much, Madam, for that quick intervention. Just to quickly add to, besides the incentives of cash prize, the grants, you become a proud owner of an intellectual property.
Of course.
Okay. Yeah.
And that is huge. You can see if you're following the business world, the technologies that are bringing out billions of dollars these days are basically in the ICT.
Yeah.
So if you become a proud owner of an intellectual property and it's patented, registered in your name, and like Madam earlier said, government has made a number of opportunities and ease of doing business.
Of course.
So as part of the concept of ease of doing business, registration of business name and incorporation is very easy now. So you can go online yourself, register your own business name, have a registered business name, and then you take it off from there. So don't just be because I don't have money, I'm a copper, I don't have a business. No, there's ease of doing business. Go and get the business name, register it, do your research. As you promote it, you patent it, then you become a proud owner of an intellectual property, and that could be billions for you in the future.
Of course. Wow. Twitter is being sold for $44 billion. Is it not a youth that did it? Yes. Facebook, how much billion does Zuckerberg sell it?
So it's not just about the cash.
It's not just about the cash. It's about your life.
Giving you the opportunity, and that is basically where NYSC Foundation stands.
Yes.
And our mandate is we bring out those opportunities for them. It is not just about giving you loans. It's not just about loan. No. Not everybody will have the loan. We don't have the huge resources to reach out to everybody. But we go out as well to look for opportunities like this and then bring it because we're a bankable platform.
Yes.
So we give you the opportunity to ride on us and then access opportunities like this and a number of other opportunities that will come through us.
On a final note, what words of advice do you have for the youth?
My honest advice to them is to take these opportunities seriously.
Yes.
Follow all the sensitization that will be done on this project and a number of things, because we'll be going around the camps and then we'll be using various officers in the 36 states and FCT for sensitization. Raw materials too will be going out. So we expect our core members to take these opportunities seriously, to follow through the process and ask questions. They need to provide clarification. We're there to do that. Our office is at Shippers Plaza, Zone 5, NYSC Foundation. Raw materials is here, and then state offices. We have our DEX officers in all the 36 states of the Federation. You can go to our DEX officers, NYSC Foundation DEX officers, and you will get more information about us and the project at hand.
Do you mind giving your website again?
Our website is www.nyscfoundation.org.ng.
Okay. Madam, your last word?
Oh, as a mother, I'm appealing to the corpus of this generation to leverage on ICT to develop themselves. This 1 year service is for them to look inward. What are your passions? Develop it. You keep on saying, don't let Nigeria happen to you. Let good Nigeria happen to you. You happen to Nigeria.
Yes.
Use this your 1 year to plan what you're going to become in the next 30 years. The greatest opportunity has been given you to serve. That platform is there. It's a pride to serve your country, Nigeria. I'm telling you, it's a pride. There's so many people that are willing to be where you are today. They are not there. It's not because of their own doing. And it's not because of your own doing you are here. Now that you're here, make the best opportunity. Use the innovations, the latent intellect God has given you. Bring it to the fore to solve Nigeria's socio-economic problem and political problem. Go get your PVC. Vote and be voted for.
Yes.
God bless Nigeria and God bless you, my children.
Thank you.
And with those words of advice from our panelists today, we've come to the end of today's program. Focus today looked at youth in technology for national development, and my guests have been the Executive Secretary of NYSC Foundation, Barrister Bako Ventim. Thank you very much for coming around. And we also had the Head of Investment and Consultancy Services Department of Raw Material and Research Development Council, Valerie Eyemagi. Thank you very much for coming around.
Thank you for having me.
And dear viewer, thank you for investing your time with us today. We'll do this again next time. My name is Eze Olugele. Thank you for watching.
It's new, it's fresh, it's hot. NYSC TV and Radio. Tune in to the NYSC TV and Radio on channel 365 TSTV and 88.3 FM radio for all-round information and entertainment. The only station managed by graduate youths, brought to you from the Directorate Headquarters of the National Youth Service Corps. NYSC TV and Radio, putting the nation first.